Hello. So Christmas has started in Warhammer land, and it starts as it does every year, and that is with Battle Force boxes. So we've got all the pricing. Pricing came out yesterday, and basically it is £140 or €180 for the 40k boxes, or £135 or €175 for the AOS boxes, and kind of for US dollars, not out yet. We won't find out until later this week, but educated guess tells me that the 40k boxes will be $225 and the Age of Sigmar ones will be $215. But let's start going through these boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the contents, the value of the contents compared to the price of the box. And then we will talk about basically the difference, so the percentage saving and the physical cash saving. What I can say is I did a little poll, and that you can see the results on screen now. So basically, what are people intending to do with Battle Force boxes this week? So basically 56% of you have said that you're not interested. 5% are saying that you'll get both. 15% of you will get an AOS box. And 23, almost a quarter of you will be trying to get a 40k box. Now, we all know that these aren't particularly easy to get hold of. There will be limited supply. So good luck if you're trying to do that. If you are trying to do that, please consider using my Element Games affiliate link. It's in the top of the comments and it's in the description as well. It massively helps the channel move forward in more ways than one. So thank you for everyone who does use those affiliate links. It hugely helps. Okay, now I did a bit of analysis on last year's pricing. So last year, all of the Battle Force boxes were £130. And what I can see is a very quick comparison tells me that basically these boxes are slightly more expensive than last year, and there is slightly less savings. Not a huge amount, only a couple of percent in terms of the savings. The price increase is more or less in line with the Games Workshop increases that happened in March this year, around about 7% increase. But let's start going through all of these and give you the details. So we've got the Exalted Red Angels. So this box consists of Angron, 10 Khorne Berserkers, and 2 sets of 3 Exalted 8-bound or just normal 8-bounds. Okay, so you save £75, and that's a saving of 34.8%, well, basically 35%. So 35% discount against buying it all separately. In euros, that's a saving of €105, 37%. And in US dollars, a saving of $130, again, almost 37%. Next up, we have the Onslaught Swarm. Very cool looking unit. Slightly less savings this time. So basically, again, £140 for the Battle Force box. That's a £60 saving, which is 30%. An €82.50 saving, which is 31%. Or $105, which is 32%. So just, again, $32. I'm marking it against it likely being $225. It may come out slightly different to that. Space Marines Spearhead Force. So we have 3 sets of 5 jump pack intercessors. We have a Captain of Jump Pack, a set of 3 Outriders, and an ATV. That is a saving of £62.50, 31%. €77.50, 30%. Or $105, 32%. Next to the Beast Snagger Stampede. So, £80 saving, 36.5%. €107.50 saving, 37.5%. Or $140, 38.5%. So the dollar pricing I've got is basically, how I've come to that is I have normally Games Workshop pricing, you times the UK price by 1.6, and that gives you roughly what the dollars is. And all I've done is I've rounded it up or down to the nearest $5. Okay, so the one that I'm most interested in this year This is the Defenders of the Ancestors, the Leagues of Votann box. So in here we get 2 sets of 5 Anya Hearthguard, an Anya Champion, a Hecaton Land Fortress, Grimnir the Living Ancestor, and a Sagittor ATV. So this is the best saving of the 40k boxes. So it's £97.50 saving, that's 41%. €132.50, that's 42.5%, or $160, which is 41.5%. So massive savings on this box. I will be going hell for leather to try and get one of these. So basically, if you get one of these and a combat patrol box, you end up with a pretty good force without much duplication. And then the Caddan Defence Force. This is the one that people have reacted as saying they're not that interested in it. And I can kind of see why. There's only 3 different types of unit in it, which isn't great. So basically you get 2 sets of 10 Caddan shock troops, a Caddan command squad, and 2 Rogal Dawn battle tanks. So savings in here, and again, it is quite pretty low on the spectrum. £67.50 saving, that's 32.5%. €95, which is 34.5%. And $120, which is almost 35%. So that is the end of the 40k boxes. So as a brief kind of summary of all of that lot, Leagues of Votann, 41% saving. Snagger Stampede, 36.5. Caddan Defence Force, 32.5. Space Marines, 31. Onslaught Swarm, 30. I didn't go through the contents of the Onslaught Swarm, so it's a Norn Emissary or Assimilator, a Winged Hive Tyrant slash Swarm Lord, 2 sets of 20 Hormagaunts with Ripper Swarms, and 10 Gene Stealers. And then the Exalted Red Angel, that is 35% saving. So last year, the 40k was around about 37% saving on average, so slightly less saving and slightly more expensive. Okay, so let's move on to Age of Sigmar. So very, very much looking forward to these ones. This is certainly, I'm more interested in Age of Sigmar at the moment than I am 40k by a long way. So let's have a look to see what we've got. We start with the Vengorian Court. So in this box, you get 5 Blood Knights, 20 Death Rattle Skeletons, 10 Dire Wolves, 3 Fellbats, and a Vengorian Lord slash Laukavai. So in this box now, the important thing here is for the most part, the Age of Sigmar boxes are less saving. They're slightly cheaper, but there's also less saving, percentage-wise. So in this box, you will save £57.50, that's 30%. €75, that's 30%, or $105, that's almost 33%. We've got the Hord of Eternus, again, a fantastic looking box. It's very, very similar savings to the previous one. So in this we get Eternus Blade of the First Prince. We get 3 Ogrod Theridons, 5 Chaos Knights, 5 Chaos Chosen, and 10 Chaos Warriors. There's a saving of £57.50, that's 30%. €85, that's 33%. Or $95, that's almost 31%. The Primordial Star Host. Within this, we get a Slan Master, 10 Saurus Warriors, 3 Croxigors, 3 Agrodon Lancers, and the Hunters of Huanchi. Am I saying that? Huanchi? So that's the kind of little chameleon dudes that were in the Warcry box. £67.50 saving, that's 33.5%. €92.5, that's 35%. Or $110, that's almost 34%. And then finally, we've got the Petorian Spearhead of the Ossiarch Bone Reapers. Again, very, very good looking box. This is undoubtedly the best of the savings for the Age of Sigmar boxes. So in here, we get Archcavalos Zandos, or Xantos. We get 5 Kevalos Death Riders, 20 Mortek Guard, a Gothizar Harvester, and 2 sets of 2 Morghast Archai slash Harbingers. £95 saving. And don't forget, these boxes are £135. £95 saving, that's 41.5%. €125 saving, that's nearly 42%, or $165, that is 43.5%. So, very, very good savings on that box, but perhaps across Age of Sigmar, not so much. So what I'll do is I keep all the data for these videos I put together, and every year I'll kind of give an overview again, a kind of back and forth. I wonder if next year's will get better savings or worse. This box will probably go up again. In fact, now is the sort of time that we start to hear more about pricing and that kind of thing. So pretty much this time last year, all of the traders, the Warhammer or Games Workshop traders, not the stores, the traders that sell, the retailers that sell those products, they all got a massive price increase of about 6%. And nothing changed in terms of retail pricing. So we know that around about a year ago, it was bang in the middle of December, every single retailer basically had to slash their discounts that they offered. So I remember the good old days of Element Games and the likes of it offering 25% discount, sometimes a little bit more. Now we're around about sort of the 18 to 20% mark. So I wonder if anything like that will happen this year. And again, it's interesting that prices, or at least savings for these boxes, have condensed slightly as well. So I look forward to bringing more of that information when it comes up. And again, I keep all of the data. So it'll be interesting to look at that when it comes up again. And even looking forward, there'll probably be another price increase in March. Now, I did a massive breakdown last year of basically the entire Games Workshop range and what happened to their prices in different territories and that kind of thing. And I'll certainly do that again. It didn't do great for views, but it was very good to get a good understanding of exactly what was changing price-wise. So I will certainly do that again next year if there is a price increase, or perhaps I should say when there's a price increase. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. The best way you can support this channel, honestly, is by subscribing, hitting that like button and dropping a comment. Those are the best ways you can support me. I have a very similar video to this coming up soon where I'll be going through the new combat patrol boxes. So the Purge Corps Deltic 9 of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and then the new Necron Combat Patrol box, going through all the savings and that kind of thing. And again, I will go through the results of the poll I put on yesterday for that. Interestingly, sort of channel update, every day there will be a new poll on the channel, and that will drive my content as I go forward. So keep an eye out for that stuff, and please respond to it if you do see it. But I will stop rambling on and I will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Much appreciated. I will see you all very, very soon.